Yo, what's going on, everybody? You guys are already making me laugh in the chat. John slept in an awkward position. He hurt his back. Mike said music playing while John walked up a mountain. That's funny, man. Now I'm just picturing John walking up a damn mountain with his back hurting. He's gonna get it, man. He's gonna get it. Shout out to everyone, man. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Guys, Bitcoin's gonna get a big move this morning. It's gonna happen. Something big is gonna happen today as we got news coming up at 8:30. And Bitcoin's getting tight in a damn range. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. You know something's going to go down today. I feel it. Is it up or down? I mean, we could never predict the news before it happens. But let's see. It's coming up in 15 minutes. So I expect some volatility in the charts here right now. Right now. I'm in no trades. I want to see what happens with Bitcoin here after this news, and let's get it, man. Let's get it. I mean, you're seeing a big move on the DXY coming up. You're seeing S&P futures coming down again, but it's like this weird thing, right? Usually when things happen before the news, it could be a sign of what's coming on after the news. Franco, what's going on? He said Fahid walking up the sand dunes. John said, oh, I lost 20 pounds now too. So there's that. Shout out to John, man. That's no joke, man. A lot of people think losing weight is easy, but it's a mindset, man. You gotta be at it every single day. So shout out to John, man. Losing 20 freaking pounds. Keto's the way to go for sure. Eating less calories is the way to go, but keto definitely makes you feel better, right? Because the carbs make you feel like absolute crap. So when you're eating only like vegetables and meat, your stomach definitely feels smaller. And it just makes you feel better. You know what I mean? Gives you like that positive mental boost when you're on that keto diet. Wayne, what's going on? He said, good morning, peeps. Dan said, on my way to Vegas. Dan's going to Vegas right now, man. Shout out to Dan. I saw him in Vegas last time. Who we got? We got DJ said, less sugar, low fat, more protein. Facts, man. I actually like eating the fats. I feel better when I eat the fats, personally. Anyways, let's jump out of the price action, man, because we should be expecting some price action pretty damn soon. Bitcoin, you guys can see on the smaller term time frames, making lower highs, higher lows. Something in the next few hours has got to give. Ethereum already kind of breaking down, right? You had higher lows, lower highs. Same thing. ETH kind of breaking down from this. Not that I really care about these type of patterns really, because this could just pump right back into it before the hourly close. But it tells you that something's going to go down here on the charts this morning. So grab your coffee, grab your water, grab your energy drink, whatever you're drinking, and come on and hang out, man. Kennedy said, eat the fats. I like the fats, man. I like eating my nuts. Don't make any jokes about me eating my nuts. I like eating my nuts. I like eating my olive oils. I like eating my red meats. I like my fats. I like my fats, personally. It's 25th here, so 25K BTC. I think we're all hoping for that, my man. We're all hoping for that. But guys, we got crazy things going on in the charts, right? We know Bitcoin's at support, right? Bitcoin's at theoretical support, right? These previous lows still acting as support. Bitcoin's just kind of holding the range low. It's very interesting. You're below your 30 and 50 EMAs in the 4 hours, so you got to still be a little bit hesitant here, right? You got to break back above these to be super bullish. You're still kind of finding too much resistance on those for my liking. Right? And we got, around the markets, we got the futures on S&P coming down hot and heavy. You got the NASDAQ futures coming down hot and heavy, but you're approaching huge support on the S&P, which is the all-time high trend line, coming down like this, like a bad boy, right? And we got the golden pocket and this upward sloping trend line all coming in right around this same area. I'm hoping the S&P finds some type of support in this area and gets a bounce. Maybe you get some good news today. I don't know. If you do break from this area, not the best price action. The DXY shooting up to the upside, still in this wedge, but we are approaching a macro golden pocket, right? So this golden pocket on the DXY, from swing high to swing low, we are approaching this bigger golden pocket zone, which happens to be right on top of this wedge. And at these previous resistance points. So let's see what we got today, fellas. I think this morning's going to be a little crazy. Something tells me this morning's going to be a little crazy. Not that the news is crazy, but that it's like the market needs some type of spark here. Or at least Bitcoin needs some type of spark to say, hey, which direction we want to go here in the short term. And I think this could be that little kind of push over the edge one way or the other here in the next 10 minutes or so. So let's get it. If you don't know what it is, it's the core, the PCE. right here, which we get these once a month. But let's see, expected 0.5. Let's see what we get in 10 minutes. Not that I really care about the news, but will it send the price up or down? That's what I care about. Like I said, I don't like to trade when these things are going down. If it seems like these things go down every morning, no. You got the jobs, you got something going down every single damn day, man. Stumbledore, he said, I grab my money if I had any. Stumbledore, I know you got that. I know you got that. I know you got that. Let's see. When Wayne respect ETH? Wayne will respect ETH one day. When ETH finally passes Bitcoin in market cap, Wayne will respect ETH at some point, you know? But hey, Wayne, until that, Wayne, can we have a deal? If ETH's market cap breaks above ETH, why would I say ETH like that? I don't know why I say ETH like that. I'm freaking weird, bro. I thought what's going on. I have a small list when I say Ethereum Classic. But when ETH breaks above Bitcoin's market cap, Wayne, I expect an apology. All right, I expect you to respect the ETH community, and I respect, and I always respect the Bitcoin community. You know, every damn day, every damn day. All right, so we're kind of waiting on the news. We got 4 minutes, but anyways, guys, I mean, we jump onto the price action. Like I said, Bitcoin's in one big range. You got your range highs, your range lows. Nothing's really changed here until we break out of this damn range. It's just chop suey. Really, yesterday was just chop suey. Yesterday was a pretty boring day. I'm hoping today you get some price action, like we said, that can break you out of this little range. I mean, you're going to get something. Something's going to give here. You're below your hourly EMAs. Your 4-hour has not printed that green dot yet. You flirted with it last night. You got up a little bit. It was curling over, then it curled back down. So if you can get some type of green, you got the 4-hour green dot that should be printing with even one green candle. But obviously, it's going to depend on the news here in 8 minutes. The daily time frame still got the bearish divergences. So, like, I still lean slightly kind of, I'm going to say slightly. I kind of lean slightly bearish at the current moment, man. I'm not going to lie. You got the higher highs. You got the lower highs. So you got clean bearish divergence on the daily time frame. The only way you get out of this bearish divergence is if, like, something huge happens, right? I don't know what it is. And you guys always know. Somehow, some way, whenever you get to a major support level in an uptrend, right? Something always comes out that's bullish. Some news always comes out that's bullish somehow, some way. It's always how it is. And it's the same point in a bear market, right? When you hit resistance, somehow, some way, some huge bearish news happens every single time. So if this market's going to be bullish, I'm expecting, if we want to continue this parabolic kind of uptrend that we've been in, really, I expect some type of bullish news to come out, you know, sometime in the next week that just pushes Bitcoin up randomly. I don't know what it is. You can't predict it, but I don't know. We're still holding this upward sloping trend line on the daily time frame too. This little spiral line that's coming up like this. So you still got support in this general level, but man. I still think, you know, even if you get a push up, you're going to kind of struggle with this 26K level. Just a little bit. Let's see. It's strange how that happens, isn't it? What are we talking about? When BTC break 25K or just test 20 times first? I think we're going to test it 20 times. You got a lot of sellers there at 25K. I'm shocked. We tested that like 4 times and couldn't break through. That means there's a lot of sellers, a lot of people shorting 25K, which also means there's a lot of stop losses above 25K. You know, so yeah, I don't know. We're going to keep testing it. All right, we got 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. 6 freaking minutes. The Vikings are going to have to come out in 6 minutes, man. Vikings are going to come out in 6 minutes. Like we said, we got basically Bitcoin at support, S&P approaching support, and we got the DXY approaching resistance. So you got this weird setup where, you know, if it was the opposite, people would say, oh, price is moving up into news. That means they're setting up their shorts to bring it down. Or sorry, they're setting up their shorts to bring it down. But the fact that Bitcoin's kind of just holding at the lows is quite freaking interesting. Are they building up longs to bring it up? Let's say, right? Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get some volatility this morning. Levels on the way up. If Bitcoin does move up, okay, we're looking at this more macro golden pocket, or not the macro golden pocket, but local golden pocket. From this swing high at 24,294 to the swing low, that puts you right here at 24,600. If Bitcoin does see a boost up from today, that's the level I'm looking at right there for some potential resistance. And then the same thing on the downside. If Bitcoin takes a massive pooperoni, if it decides, hey, you know, I want to be a dog over here, right? Walking down the sidewalk, and I want to take a giant shit on the sidewalk. Why? Because I can. I'm a dog, right? Bitcoin decides to go, all right? We're looking down here at this golden pocket from this swing low to this swing high, right here at 22,800. And that's where I'm potentially looking for a long if we do get a dumperoni, a big dumperoni, back down to this $22,800 level, man. So those are the two levels I'm really watching here on Bitcoin. We'll probably know the general direction here in 4 minutes. Let's get freaking busy. Let's go. Let's see. Anyone old enough to remember the Dungeon Family 6 Minute song? I don't know what that is, man. I have no idea what that is. All right, 4 minutes, guys. Bitcoin's getting a little move up. Here comes the volatility. Here comes the volatility. I'm expecting wicks in both directions, so be careful here. If you guys are trading this, you might see the green price action coming up. Don't be horse guy FOMOing in, all right? Because they always do something like this, right? They always go wop, 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 and then they move it in the right direction that they want to go in, right? So just be careful here. 23,922 Bitcoin. We got 4 minutes. I expect volatility to come in the next 4 minutes here. So let's freaking get it. What's the DXY doing? DXY kind of stalling out a little bit here. Stock market still crushing it to the downside. So let's see what we got. Bitcoin getting a move up. Be careful here, guys, because Bitcoin all day yesterday got moves up to the 50 EMA, 30 EMA in the 1 hour and got rejected all day, right? Wick up, rejected, wick up, rejected, wick up, rejected. So let's see what we got. We got a local golden pocket here at 24,200 if Bitcoin does see a spike up. So let's get it, man. Let's get it. I'm waiting for some volatility. Man. Mike said, don't end up looking like horse guy. Yeah, be careful in the news, man. I don't like, especially when I'm streaming, I don't like to have trades open on this because sometimes I get distracted. I forget to have a trade open. I'm like, shit, man, I got wicked out. I got wicked out of that shit. You know, I could already see horse guy looking at this. He doesn't know there's news right now, right? Horse guy does not know their news. And horse guy's looking at this green candle going, oh, no, it's not horse guy. Wow, look at the green candle. It looks like Bitcoin's going to break the symmetrical triangle to the upside. I learned about symmetrical triangles on YouTube yesterday, and I see a green candle right now. Wow. I think Bitcoin is going to pump. This must be the big move. Wow. Big move is coming, Jordan said. Okay, I'm going to go long because I see green candle. Okay, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go long. Right? Yeah, the retail trader has no idea there's news right now. He's going to react on it on the first move because he has no idea, right? He's going to see a pump and he's going to go, damn, I'm going to miss that pump. And then price is going to wick back down, stop him out, and then it's going to come back up, right? So let's go. 23,918. Here we go, guys. John said, let's see. I don't, we ain't reading that. $100 and we are over the 200 on the 1 hour time frame. $100 and we are over the 200. I don't know if I want to take that bet, man. I don't know if I want to take that bet. Let's see. DXY still holding. S&P still holding. S&P holding the support. DXY holding resistance. Bitcoin holding support. Interesting here before the news. Could mean nothing. They could still dump it, right? They could definitely still dump it here. Let's see. We'll look at some bigger term time frame stuff in a moment, but we're trying to catch this volatility in the short term right now, guys. We're trying to catch this volatility. There's some altcoins that had some moves. OP gonna move up to, I think just the previous high last night at 320. It still didn't hit this 1618 fib, which I do think will get tapped and build some bearish div here at 333. Well, let's see what Bitcoin does. All right, 1 minute, guys. All right, we need the Vikings in this bitch. We need the Vikings. I know it's early today, guys, but let's smack up that like button. Let's get the positive energy flowing into Bitcoin, and maybe we can influence this news somehow, some way, and hope that it's not bearish. All right, so let's get a little busy, guys. Let's get rocking and rolling here. Here we go. Let's get it, man. 1 minute. Let's see what we got. Expect volatility both ways. If it dumps, it doesn't mean we're dumping right away. If it pumps, doesn't mean we're pumping right away. Come on. Let's go, baby. Bullish on egg prices. I actually seen eggs have gone down a little bit. Here we go. Let's see what we got, guys. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Bitcoin's still below the EMAs. I gotta be a little bit cautious, a little bit bearish if Bitcoin's below this level here. Stock market chilling. DXY shooting up. DXY shooting up here. Is the dump loading? Is the dump loading? Let's see. DXY is shooting up. S&P kind of just holding out. Bitcoin kind of just holding out. Let's see what we got. Looking a little dumpy. Looking a little dumpy to me. Let's see though. All right, dollar's getting rejected at the top of this wedge again. S&P still holding out. Bitcoin still holding out. So we still got a little holdout. Nothing really crazy happening yet. Nothing crazy going on here. Hot turd, drop it. All right, let's see. Moody said woo. Traders are still battling it out here. Let's see. DXY shooting up here. And the S&P still holding out. Let's see what we got. Nothing crazy going on yet. Let's see. I want to FOMO OP. Don't FOMO OP, man. Don't FOMO OP. Buy the dips on OP. I know you don't actually want to FOMO OP. Buy the dips on OP. Not right now. 23,806. Bitcoin still holding out. DXY still holding. And the S&P still holding out. Let's see. Jordan is horse guy. Hey, I know the horse guy, man. I was bullish at the low all the way to the high. Though most people were bearish at the low. You know what I'm saying? That's horse guy. Bruh. All right, here we go. 23,809. Here we go. Come on, BTC. Give us something. Give us something, man. Give us something. We're still chilling. All right, Vikings ain't doing shit here, man. We're not getting shitty. We're getting shitty price action. Let's see ETH. ETH, because ETH already got the move down earlier. So ETH broke down. Is that a sign for what Bitcoin's going to do here? Because ETH actually broke down from this little symmetrical triangle. So that would, in theory, right? We'd be looking down here on ETH, and we come to the 4-hour time frame, and we're looking at, I guess this previous low right here on ETH. But I would say if you're really going to dump, you're coming to this golden pocket, right? Right here at 1566. If ETH is going to get this big dump, it's coming to the golden pocket at 1566. Bitcoin's still just holding out, though. Let's see. It could just be loading that dump, man. They could still be loading that dump, right? Because if Bitcoin gets that drop, we're looking at 22,814 on Captain Old Bitcoin here in the short term. So we're kind of waiting for it to load. Waiting for it to load, man. The DXY is coming up to this big macro golden pocket right here. Let's see if it smacks it, right? So this golden pocket right here is this swing high to this swing low, right? And this is a big macro golden pocket. This is a big resistance point on the DXY where you got previous low, previous high, all coming in right here. So if the DXY does spike up, let's see if this can act as any resistance for the DXY. If this breaks through, the DXY is probably going to absolutely go nuts. So this is a point we definitely want to see this hold as resistance right there. So let's see. Nothing crazy going down yet. Let's see. Do CME gaps always have to fill? There's a gap down at 19.7. No, CME gaps don't always have to fill. There's still a CME gap. Because I remember this vividly, right? Back in 2020, there was a CME gap down at like 8,000, right? And I remember right here, right in this time right here, right? There's still a gap somewhere down here. I don't know exactly where it is, but all the CME boys, right? Because back in those times, the market was choppy. So it always filled the CME gaps, of course, because the market was going sideways for the most part. But remember right here on this dip, they were all saying, 7,600 needs to get filled. Price moved up again. Right? This pullback. Oh, it's coming back down to 7,600. It's going to get filled. And the market said, nope. Right? And just kind of pumped it back to the upside. They don't always have to be filled. They typically do, but they don't always have to be filled. So just keep, it's one thing you want to keep in the back of your mind to say, okay, maybe it gets filled later. But, definitely don't want to do that. All right, see, 22,813 is the level we're looking at if Bitcoin does take a big stinkeroo today, my friends. That's the bigger golden pocket zone previous support, and be looking at that as support if we do see a major dump-a-roni. The S&P and the NASDAQ kind of just chilling, but it could be waiting until market open. Those aren't really dumping here. Those aren't really getting a big dump. And the dollar kind of stalling out a little bit. So, like, you're not really seeing, everyone's saying it came in hot. You're not really seeing that initial move yet, guys. You're not really seeing that move, right? You're not really seeing that move just yet. But it could be happening once the market opens. You could see that big, tight and little move that everyone's kind of waiting for here. Let's see. The green boys. The green boys, man. The green boys. We're all the green boys. How's everyone feeling today? Let's see. This Bitcoin pump or dump today. This is probably influenced by the news that just came out. So I'm going to end this poll. 51% say pump, 49% say dump. So it was pretty 50-50. Based off what you see, you could be expecting the dump today. You could be expecting the big old dumparoo. The big old dumparoni today if we got some bad news. You know what I mean? That big old dumparoni. All right, Bitcoin's now getting a little move down. Let's see. 23,755. We're looking at this first. I mean, this is the level we've been holding this whole macro range. This is 23,600. That's the level we're looking to hold if we want to hold this damn range, right? If not, we know what we're looking for next. We know what we're looking for next, my friends. You're probably going to see pullbacks on altcoins across the board. Let me look at total here. Total market cap. The total market cap.
YFI is done moving up for now?
You think YFI is done moving up now? It all depends on BTC, which all depends on the S&P, right? It's all kind of connected to each other, right? It's like the S&P depends on the DXY, Bitcoin depends on the S&P, right? Altcoins depend on Bitcoin, right? It's this whole kind of chain. It's this little chain that's all connected to each other, you know? CH, what's going on, buddy? CH, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I haven't seen CH in a hot minute. What's going on, buddy? What's going on? Lazarus said, pack it up. It's over.
Everybody panic. We're going to zero.
It's over. It's over. All right, you saw a little wick to the downside, now coming back in. S&P holding out. DXY kind of holding out. You're not really seeing that initial big volatility. When's this damn volatility, man? Jordan promised me volatility. You haven't really seen it yet. Let's see. All right, so yeah, altcoins, you should be expecting a little bit of move on altcoins. Total market cap, I will say this on total, right? This level right here is the big level. 103 on total is the level we want to hold. Like, this is the big support resistance flip that we want to see. You basically got the highs, right, and the highs all coming in right here. So you are seeing total market cap come back down, right? We've talked about the bearish divergence, right? The last couple of days, I sort of said this bearish divergence is kind of making me slightly bearish on the daily time frame. And, you know, right here, 103 is, you know, if we want to see this kind of, you know, kind of parabolic uptrend continue, we want to hold this level right here and flip these previous resistance points as support and get that move up from there. If this does break back into this range, right? I mean, at that point, I mean, you're talking about maybe coming down to 937 billion. Right? But really, like, the level I really want to hold on total, man, is this all-time high trend line, right? Coming down like this. I don't want to break back into this range. I want to hold this shit as support and continue up. But like I said, if this breaks, man, it could get a little juicy for us. So let's see. Let's see what we got today, man. S&P coming down. DXY is still shooting up. We're coming up to that big-ass golden pocket, man. This is it right here. This is it for the DXY. We want to see this hold as resistance. This is kind of like that final boss for the DXY, right? We talked about the final bosses for the bulls, but this is the final boss for the DXY coming up to this big old golden pocket right here, man. This is a big level for the DXY. Big level. Let's see. Jordan is going to go give up morning stream soon and see. Oh, hell no, man. I enjoy these. I like kind of sitting out, drinking coffee, hanging out with you guys. It's super fun, man. Super fun. We just talk charts, hang out, do our thing. Snowboard just said, you think YFI is going to go down? Let me check out YFI real quick. It's probably coming down right now. Bitcoin's getting a move down, so most things will probably get a move down. Let's see. YFI. I mean, dude, this thing's been pumping up like crazy the last few days. Definitely going to pull back. I mean, this one went from 6,500 to 10,400 in the span of a week here. Definitely looking for a pullback on this one. I look for at least the 0.5 retracement here, right? And the 0.5 retracement is also this previous resistance level. That'd be a nice place, right? 8,400, which is from this point, you're looking at about, a 10% or so drop on YFI. If you come in lower, you're looking at the golden pocket at 8K. So weird to say 8K, man. I feel like I'm always talking about Bitcoin. Every time I talk about YFI, I'm always thinking I'm talking about Bitcoin. No, it's YFI. It's an altcoin. But 0.5 retracement, 8,400, 618 at 8,000. Those are some two areas I'd be looking at if you're going to see that big pullback, which you probably are, right? You have on almost every chart. We've been saying this like the last 3 days, man. On almost every chart, you have bearish divergence. When you have bearish divergence on the daily, it's likely it's eventually going to play out. You don't know when it is, right? It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be today. It's going to play out at some point, right? It's going to freaking play out at this point. Let's see. Futures down over 1%. Yeah, the futures are getting demolished. We want to see this golden pocket on the S&P hold, and we want to see this DXY golden pocket hold as resistance. If those don't happen, we'll kind of go from there. But I think it's an interesting time for Bitcoin that we want to see. Okay, now we're going to talk about the lower prices. Everyone's going to start going nuts. Oh my God, here come the 8K, 10K calls again. Relax, guys. I mean, Bitcoin hasn't even broken from this range yet. Chilo, kusuku. The fact that Bitcoin's actually still holding in this range as the S&P has gotten demolished for the last, the S&P's really been getting demolished since February 2nd, right? So you've had almost 3 weeks of the S&P getting demolished to the downside. And Bitcoin's been actually since February 1st, actually gone up in that time frame. It's a little bit interesting, right? It's very, very interesting. And it could be people moving their stable coins into Bitcoin because they're worried about their stable coins, right? So everyone's just kind of holding their BTC instead of holding stable coins at this point. Right? It could be the China narrative. Maybe China's loading up on crypto before they let their citizens sort of use crypto it's coming up in June. Something, I don't know. But the Bitcoin is outpacing the S&P by a heavy freaking margin as the S&P comes up to some big retracement levels at the macro golden pocket right here that we want to see hold. This is definitely the level we want to see hold on the S&P, my man. This is it. This is freaking it. You got some massive bullish divergence on the S&P. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, you got bad news, but you got that bullish divergence here on the S&P. DXY though, sheesh, man, sheesh. John said, I am nervous. He said, I am nervous. There's no reason to be nervous, man. There's no reason to be nervous. And that's why I said up here, if you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling on edge, you got too much money in crypto, man, you can't stomach any type of drop. De-risk a little bit. Take some profits. You're still at the highs. There's no problem with taking profits at the highs, my man. If you feel okay, if Bitcoin drops back up 20K, I'm gonna be depressed, feeling like shit. You shouldn't feel like that, right? So think about it in your head right now. If Bitcoin dropped to 20K, how would you feel? Okay, how would you feel? If you're gonna feel depressed, right? If you're gonna feel like you have nothing, right? You probably have too much in the market, and you probably should de-risk a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let anyone tell you just have to diamond hand. The time to sell is in an uptrend, okay? Not in a downtrend. Because the thing is, a lot of people probably bought on this way up. You're still at the highs. Still a great time to take profits, in my opinion. And then but the issue is people don't take profits on the way up, and then market starts moving down like this. Okay, and then this is when people sell. When it's all the way down here because they're worried it's going to go to freaking 14K, so they sell the dip. Okay, something happens, the market moves back up, and they're like, "Fuck, man, why didn't I sell here? Why did I sell here?" You know. So, one of those things. Do what's right for you. But if you gotta feel stressed out if the market dumps, you're probably too much in crypto, man. You're probably too much in crypto. All right. Anyways, ETH is breaking down. So. Like I said, 1566 on ETH. A lot of these alts, you're seeing actually. Let me zoom in a little bit. You're seeing some altcoins actually get a slight bounce, which is weird. OP's getting a slight bounce. FET actually getting a slight bounce here. FET's in this big this big daily consolidation pattern here, right? We're getting higher highs, or higher lows, lower highs. Big consolidation pattern here for Fed. What goes down in this bitch? It's going to depend on BTC, but it's actually holding up relatively well considering you got bad news, and Bitcoin's actually holding up relatively well considering you got bad news. Like I said, it could just be until the stock market opens here, you know? Fed kind of holding out here. Altcoins, just be careful. Obviously, if Bitcoin takes a dumperoo, altcoins, you guys know, will take more of a dumperoo. That's just how it works. Yeah, so, I mean, most of these are, especially the high cap ones, are getting a little bit of pullbacks here. Near, getting some pullback. Matic, right? Coming back down to its golden pocket on Matic, right? Golden pocket on Matic's like 130. Right? Depending on what you think Bitcoin's going to do here. Could be an interesting spot. Let's see. Yeah. AVAX is coming to this like support trend line here. Let me go to the daily time frame. AVAX coming to this, you know, level that's kind of hold the whole time. You'll see this on a lot of different ones. AVAX. Near's probably coming up to its. Yeah, Near's coming up to the support trend line it always holds, right? So this is make or break for a lot of these altcoins, right? Where they start breaking trend. Could get a little interesting, right? You had bearish divergence across the board. We've been saying that for like the last freaking 3 days. But like near, close to breaking trend. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. So Matic. Yeah, I mean, that's Matic's trend, right? You're coming down to the 618 at the exact point where you have this sort of trend line here. What will go down today, man? This 618 is actually an interesting point for Matic, right? Very interesting point. You notice this, guys? You got this previous high and the 618 and that upward sloping trend line all at like the exact same levels right there. Interesting little point. And you got the 30 EMA coming in right there. So you got a lot of confluence right there at like 128. Depends on what you think Bitcoin's going to do today. Bitcoin really not doing anything, actually. I'm shocked. I'm shocked at the current moments. And this is the point. Look at the S&P. S&P's getting crushed on the futures, man. Right? And Bitcoin's kind of just chilling. That could change. That could certainly change. And DXY is kind of just holding at the highs. Not really too much going on. Let's see. It's really not enough profits yet unless you bought in a substantial amount at the lows. But like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know, it's not enough profits yet, but you can compound, right? So if you're bearish on Bitcoin, right? Let's say right now, no one knows what's going to happen. Bitcoin could do something and just like pumps out of nowhere. We've seen it. But let's say you're bearish on Bitcoin right now, right? And you're up here, right? And you got to trust your own chart. So if you're bearish on Bitcoin, my point is there's no reason to sell like that. You wouldn't want to sell here, right? And you're confident that Bitcoin's going back to 18K. Don't care what anyone else says. Trust your own gut. If you think Bitcoin's coming back down to freaking these lower levels, there's no problem with taking profits here and trying to buy back in here. I mean, I'm not a big fan of selling and then trying to get back in like 5% lower. But like, if it's gonna be if you think a substantial drop, like 20%, 25, some shit like that, that's a big difference. If you're looking to sell and get back into the market lower, I'm not doing that because I'm personally not of the attitude that you're gonna see significantly lower prices again. I do think you're gonna see. At some point, you're gonna see a little bit of a pullback here. 22,000. Something like that, but I'm not under the understanding that we see 19K or some shit like that, So it depends on what you think about the market. Yeah, dude, futures are coming down hot. Futures are coming down hot. Look at this, man. Yeah, S&P's getting crushed right now. We're coming to this golden pocket. So look at we're right at this intersection of levels, right? We got the all-time high trend line coming down on the S&P like this, right? We got the golden pocket coming in right here. From basically this swing low to this swing high, and we got this upward sloping trend line coming like this. So we got a lot of things intersecting here on the S&P, and we know the S&P is going to really dictate what the overall trend of Bitcoin is going to be. Bitcoin could go sideways while the S&P dumps. That's what you've kind of seen the last week is Bitcoin really hasn't done anything, right? Still really hasn't done anything as the S&P gets crushed to the downside. This goes back to my point. I expect Bitcoin to outpace the S&P, right? And it's been doing that for months now. So we'll see. DXY still kind of holding this range, man. This is the range to hold in the DXY. This is like the line in the sand. for me. Where if these levels right here break on the DXY, you're probably going to see a more significant pullback on Bitcoin and the S&P. So this is the general range here on the DXY that we definitely want to hold here. Let's see. OP, what's going down over here? Let's see. Anything, guys? Let me look. Anything you want to look at in the chart? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, man. Let me know in the chat. Break out the bag of hopium. Here you go. You need some hopium today, guys. Here you go. Here's some hopium for my friends. Here you go. Crypto shock. A few altcoins I want better entries on. Bitcoin could dump a bit. I ain't mad. Oh, for sure. And that's why we've been saying the last couple of days, man, is you got the bearish div. Don't get too, okay, we're still got this vector candle up here at 25K. Doesn't mean you have to take it now, right? But we've just consistently been saying, this bear div is gonna play out, right? Whether you do it now, whether you had that pump to 26K and then dumped, this was gonna play out at some point, right? If it's now, okay, so be it. So freaking be it. And then, everyone that's, once again, been begging for a drop could get that drop. The question is, once again, are you going to take advantage of it? Because the red alert could be coming. Let's see. BNB chilling at $300. Yeah, there's not a lot of huge moves. I mean, alts are down 2%, right? There's actually a lot of alts that are up still too. Right? OPE, FET, Chili's, DYDX, all still up, 2, 3, 4, 5% here. So, not crazy move yet. But like I said, the market opens in 30 minutes, so that's when you could see the crazy moves as the futures are getting crushed. NASDAQ down 1.8%, getting absolutely decimated here in the NASDAQ. And the DXY, kind of chilling, but that could change. That could definitely change here. Let's see. Hit that weed, said Valacek. You guys need a little bit more hopium here, right? Don't get mad today, guys. Don't get mad. Don't be looking at the charts thinking, "Oh man, I was banking on Bitcoin getting a move to the upside." What the hell, man? What the hell, man? What happened to the pump? What the hell, man? What the hell? Don't be this guy. Don't be that guy, man. All right, let's see. Tenant Dan Daigle said, "I'm at work. I can't smoke that hope." Yeah, you don't need that hope. You don't need that hope. Hope is not a strategy, as they do say, right? Hope is not a damn strategy. Hope is hopium, right? Let's see. John said, "Kennedy, what profits?" What profits? Let's see. Took big profits on audio. Easy 1, 2, 3. There you go, Wes. Nice job, man. Nice job. Nice freaking job, man. The time to take profits is on the way up, not on the way down. We know how this shit works, man. Buy low, sell high. We make it hard, but that is really it, right? You might be kicking yourself. Okay, let's say you take some profits and Bitcoin randomly just starts pumping again. You might be saying, "Dude, why did I take profits?" But what's worse? You taking a little profits, or you round tripping the whole move and being in profit to being in a loss? What's worse? To me, round tripping the whole move. That's like a psychological thing, right? Taking profits is great. Your amount is going up. But if the market, say if you were accumulating, your favorite alt at the lows, and you round trip the whole shit, and you didn't take any profits, that's way worse in my opinion. Nothing wrong with taking. It could be small too, 10, right? Take 10% off. 20% off. Doesn't have to be the whole damn bag. Shit. All right. Anyways, I'm going on a tangent here about absolutely nothing. But yeah, many alts, man, coming down to important levels. Matic is a big level for Matic as you are getting to move back down to this trend line here. Many alts coming down to these levels. Let me look at say Phantom. Phantom coming down to the golden pocket. Big profits on audio. Many alts coming back down to these golden pocket zones. So. 3. It's kind of that, let me do one of these. Phantom flirting with kind of breaking that little uptrend that we got here. You're at the 30 EMA though. Let's see what else we got. ADA. Yeah, ADA's kind of sitting there, right? Becker's getting his troll tweets ready for the dump if we do see that dump. Right? Becker's getting those troll tweets ready. If we get this uptrend on ADA, we'll see if that breaks down. Once again, man, I mean, the signs are kind of there the last few days of the higher highs and the lower highs coming in, right? The signs are kind of there.
You should check hashtag AUDIO charts yesterday.
You should check audio?
Today, yummy face.
Let's see. What did audio do? What did audio do? Let's see. Oh, a nice little move up. Nice, man. Yeah, maybe if you took profits yesterday / today, that's the time, bro. That's the time. And kind of like these other charts we've been looking at, the higher highs, the lower highs, you know, kind of screaming for a short-term pullback, you know, kind of short for short-term pullback. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope something happens that it's just like, let's freaking go. We go to the moon. But you got to respect the charts if the charts are telling you one thing. These lows right here is probably where I'd look at for audio to pull back to, right? 25 cents. I mean, it's a pretty big drop, right? 26% drop. It's not actually that big. It's like, I think if Bitcoin has a 10% pullback, like an alt 26% pullback is very, very likely, if it does. So yeah, right here, 25 cents is where I look for audio next if I'm interested in this bad boy, which is also bing, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're damn vegan. Shout out to Crypto Kirby.
Shots fired.
Also, where the 0.5 retracement only comes in too. So we'll see if that plays out when you get kind of that pullback, man. Let's see. Later, Dan. Peace out, my man. Please check ACH. It looks good to re-enter. ACH, remember, ACH has pumped a lot. So if Bitcoin does have a little pullback, just know that ACH could pull back a little bit harder because this one has pumped up a lot, right? Back down to 4 cents. This is another one where you're kind of like, let's see where you're at. So you broke the golden pocket zone, but you're back to that 30 EMA. Let me do kind of a bigger fib here. Let's see if you got any confluence here on the daily. Let's see if we got any confluence on the daily. Let's see, ACH. See, the problem with this one, dude, is this one pumped up. Like, this one pumped up, you know, 600% from the lows. So the ones that, like, have pumped up this much could see a little bit more of a pullback if Bitcoin wants to do it. You know, Bitcoin's kind of just holding the range. I'm interested to see today. This is kind of interesting. This is kind of interesting. And this could be a delayed effect where, like, okay, because we know sometimes, right? Bitcoin can kind of hold the range, stock markets dump, and then Bitcoin does after. But it's very interesting. Lately, it's been kind of the story as, you know, S&P's getting crushed for 3 weeks, Nasdaq's been getting crushed for 3 weeks, but Bitcoin's actually still been in an uptrend in those 3 weeks. Very interesting. But ACH, and if you do see a big ass pullback, a 0.5 retracement, right, is 3.2. That's where I look. Is 3.2, or even the big ass golden pocket down here. Up here, you're still kind of like, you're playing the little short-term game. On the daily, though, you're still kind of pooped. You're still kind of in a massive FOMO range here, you know, on ACH. On ACH. So, we're still kind of waiting. How's everyone feeling? You guys feeling bullish, bearish? How you guys feeling right now? I know people probably feeling a little bearish because the rest of the market's doing a little crazy action here. Buying a dip is still FOMO on ACH. Facts. Facts. That's why I wouldn't be looking until you hit these like lower retracement levels, right? Which still could be another, you know, 20%, 30% drop on ACH here, at the very, very least. And until then, like, if you're buying, you're playing the short-term game, right? You're looking at it going, okay, I'm looking to play a little move to the upside because you're still, you're still kind of FOMO and buying this up here, you know, slightly. Mr. Hart said, been bearish. I get it, man. I get the bearish narrative here. I get the bearish narrative, right? And you got to kind of split your time frames up. So, like, what I've been thinking, you know, and I've been saying this the last couple of days is, you know, a spike up to the upside first makes sense before they dump it, right? Take out all the stops. You know, but that big bearish divergence on the daily, 2-day, 3-day, you know, eventually it's going to get a little play out, right? Maybe you don't get that move up first before dumping. Maybe you still do. I don't know, right? Maybe you still do. I don't know. But it should be interesting. Bullish on the stream volume. Hit that like. Shout out to Anderson, man. We turned up that mic, so we've been sort of hyped up here. We turned up that mic volume, so we've been super nice. Kennedy said definitely been a bear. Definitely been a freaking bear, bro. Said Kennedy. Nice, dude. Like butt tone smash fam. Nice. JBH said maybe check OPUL. Hard to get TA on it, lesser known. OPUL, let's do OPUL real quick. I got you, my man. Let's do OPUL. OPUL. Opulus. Another one that's up like 8x, right? This one is another one that's been already crushing it to the upside. Bigger fib levels, yeah. See, these look juicy for me. These look juicy for me, man. Because look at the confluence of the golden pocket and the previous high, right? So right here would be a perfect retest, right? Where you sort of got. I'm sure this was bullish divergence on the bigger time frames where you had lower lows, higher lows. So that if you do see this bigger pullback, right? This is where I would enter. Up here, like I said, you're still kind of like in that FOMO mode, right? But if you do see this bigger pullback to like, I know it seems like a lot, like 14.4 cents. We understand these altcoins, like they can come down hard fast, right? So 30% pullback, like 14.4 might be an area you look to add at that point with the 618 confluence and these previous highs. Or even the 0.5, like if you really still feel bullish, it's all up to you. If you really still feel bullish, 17.5 right here at these previous, at the wick highs, could be an interesting area to add too. But like same kind of deal. It's this one doesn't have the bearish div like the other ones, but you know it's you know the higher low structure. This one actually doesn't have that same bearishness as BTC, I do have to say, as far as higher highs and higher lows. But like we know if Bitcoin has it, like the altcoins are gonna struggle, you know. So a little bit of a symmetrical triangle, spec break one way or the other. It's probably gonna do exactly what Bitcoin does, but if it does break down, the measure move would probably put you, you know, yeah, I mean, slightly below that golden pocket if you believe in the measure moves. So let's see what we got. Doesn't mean it has to happen that way. That means something could happen and it bumps to the upside, right? And then we start looking to the upside and we all start partying again. But, you know, let's focus on, well, I guess what the general markets are doing, which taking a little bit of a poopy here. Who we got? JBH, so thank you. Aiming for that 17-ish. Let's go, JBH. Let's go, my man. Chris of Kodiak said, still eating steak for breakfast every day, so I'm pretty bullish. Eating steak for breakfast every day. That would be pretty dope. That would be pretty dope. A lot of people like steak and eggs. That combo, I don't really like that combo, bro. If I'm going to eat steak, I just want steak. I don't want to ruin it with the taste of eggs, personally. You know? But I would definitely eat steak every day for breakfast. I would eat steak for every meal if I could. You know? Steak is that freaking good. I like it medium well. Some people like it rare. But I'm more of a medium well guy. You know? More of that medium well. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Time to go all in on Litecoin. What's Litecoin doing? What is Litecoin up to today? Litecoin. Where's LTC? LTC down to 92.99. All right. LTC. Bear div. And let's just pull one of these. Yeah, man. These alts, right? These alts. Let me do a quick little trend here, just to kind of see where we're at. LTC, ooh, flirting with breaking trend here. Flirting with breaking this little short-term trend. I mean, you could have it by the wicks like this and argue that you were literally on the trend if you want to do 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, you're very close to breaking this uptrend that you've been in, right? And same kind of deal. If you do, a lot of these alts are showing the 0.5 retracement. 0.5 retracement to golden pocket range, previous high, right? A lot of, like, right where this gray box is, right in between these two, would be, to me, right? If Bitcoin does get a more significant pullback, you know, we're talking about a, you know, 10 to 20% move down for Litecoin. That's where I look for, you know, I guess an entry if you're interested in the Litecoin. But if you kind of look at the chart, actually, it does look like a big rising wedge on Litecoin, right? Very similar, actually, to the DXY chart, which has actually been breaking to the upside. But, you know, that's besides the point. You had high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Kind of looks like a big-ass rising wedge. Breaks down 69% of the time. The DXY wants to be a little bitch and break it to the upside. Damn you, that 31%, man. Screw you, DXY. Oh, my God. It's the DXY breaking to the upside, bro. Craziness, craziness. John West said, dude, you never know. People could be slowly taking money from their stocks and putting it in Bitcoin. I don't know, man. They're at this current moment, I mean, there definitely is a reason why stocks have been getting crushed and Bitcoin's been holding the highs. I don't know if it's like they're just holding the price up here, building their bigger short positions to bring it down. I don't know if it's trying to buy in before they open it up to the public in June. I don't know if it's because people are staying to stable coins, because stable coins have been getting a lot of scrutiny from the SEC, right? So people are like, I'm not going to hold these stable coins. Let me just move it to Bitcoin. I don't know. Obviously, we never really know the narrative. We just kind of ride the wave, you know. Or Bitcoin could just be lagging, and Bitcoin is setting up for that move lower. We're still in the range, right? We need to break 23,598 to be breaking this to the downside. But you're already seeing some other stuff like ETH already getting that move to the downside right now, breaking from this, tightness, right? Very, very tightness like this, right? The price gets very, very tight, right? You can't pull up those, you can't squeeze those pants, right? The button cannot squeeze, right? So what happens is you get price action after the button can't squeeze, and unfortunately, it looks like these pants rip to the downside. So ETH gets ripped to the downside, right? And at this moment, I'm looking for 1566 on ETH. If you can't hold at least the local golden pocket, which you're coming up to right now at like 1625, but once again, like let's let the market open in 22 minutes and we'll kind of go from there. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Lazarus said he left his wallet in El Segundo. That's no good, man. You better get those cards canceled, man. Especially in El Segundo. You don't know what's going on over there, you know? So go get that card canceled, my man. Matic's already there. If it goes from here, is it 1.15 again? Yeah, we talked about Matic a little bit earlier. Matic is, where's the little old Matic on my watch list here, man? Where is he? Where is he? Here's Matic. Matic. Golden pocket, 130. Yeah, I mean, if Matic breaks the golden pocket, I mean, yeah, you could be looking at least 105. If you start really breaking down here on Matic. On little old Matic. Which is cool, man. Which is cool. I should become a DJ again and max out my credit card for more crypto. No, Fahid, don't do that, man. Don't do that. You remember all the guys at the eyes? I'm going to sell my house. I'm going to sell... Some people are like, I'm going to sell my wife. When Bitcoin gets to 20K. And now everyone's a seller at 22,700. It's funny. Funny how it all comes full circle, right? Let's see. Matic 5 cents, said Mr. Hart. Oh, God, Mr. Hart, don't be saying that, my man. You're going to scare everyone. Let me see. Hamilton said, did you leave a like already? If you guys haven't left a like, make sure you guys hit a like. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe because, okay, Bitcoin's getting to move down, but this is... like I said, everyone that's waiting, right? You guys are begging for a drop. Again, okay? You could get it. You could get that drop that you guys all have been waiting for. All right? You guys have been begging for this drop. So if Bitcoin starts coming back down, here's your chance. Here's your chance, right? You got it's like that Eminem song, right? You got one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. One moment. Are you gonna capture it, or are you gonna let it slip? Palms are sweaty, knees jeeps, arms are heavy. The vomit on a sweaty already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous. Alright, let's see. Bulls will never come back after this. Psycho Pearl, spreading the FUD, man. I know you're balls deep in those alts. Psycho Pearl loves spreading the FUD, man. Need that Bob rap song? Alright. Let's see. Come on! I wish the market was open right now, man. This kind of sucks. This kind of sucks. DXY coming up to that golden pocket, man. This is the make it or break it zone for me, right? If the DXY breaks this golden pocket, man, the DXY analysis is gone, and the DXY is probably going to get a massive move to the upside if it can't hold this region right here, which is a huge region, man. Previous support flipped into resistance, previous support again, flipped into resistance again, flipped into resistance again, golden pocket, getting a massive move up. Do you have any like sign of bearish div or anything here? Let me see. Let me just open this up. Do you have any sign of bearish divergence as you move up here? Not really. Let me check. Let me check the RSI. Maybe get something on there. Oh man, you got higher highs in the RSI. Man, doesn't look like it. Doesn't really look like it at this current moment. So man, this is very interesting here as the DXY approaches. Let me just get rid of this for now. As the DXY approaches the macro golden pocket here at 105.38, if that breaks, man, I mean the dollar could get some serious move up here. I mean you could be looking if we do a bigger fib, if we take a bigger fib from the highs to the lows. I mean the dollar could be coming up to this mid-level, right? We can mark this off right here at the point, the bigger macro 0.5 retracement at 107.53. Woo! That would be quite a ride. That would be quite a ride. All right, DXY is coming into the golden pocket. We want to see a rejection here, man. I'm serious, guys. We want to see a rejection right here from the golden pocket on the daily time frame. We definitely want to see a rejection right here. Bitcoin still holding the range lows, and the NASDAQ is still dumping, but kind of holding out here until the market open. So we'll see. Like this is definitely when we want to see a rejection. If we break this, it's coming up to 107.78 at the very, very least. At the very, very least. Just looking at the chart, right? There's not that you dumped, you pumped, you dumped. There's not really much in between these levels. So let's see. Cody said the S&P and perfect megaphone. Let me look at the S&P. Perfect megaphone on the S&P. Let me see the S&P 500. Perfect megaphone. I know S&P actually had that similar pattern at the low. You know what, actually? Cody, I can kind of see what you're saying, my man. And this, you know what this pattern kind of reminds me of? Right? This pattern right here. And it might not play out. It might not play out, but like this is an interesting pattern. You know why? Because you got this big megaphone pattern. As you're approaching all these key levels all coming at the same point, exactly when you're approaching the bottom of this megaphone. And you know what this kind of reminds me of? Okay, and I know everyone's feeling a little bearish. The sentiment's a little bearish, right? I get it, though. I get it. But you know what this kind of reminds me of? In slightly away? Is the bigger picture, right? You see that? You remember how we had this bigger daily megaphone pattern down here? Right? Where we sort of had the lower lows coming in, right? The lower highs coming in, but we were sort of making this bearish megaphone pattern that actually broke out to the upside. We're actually retesting it right now as trying to flip it into support, hopefully trying to flip it into support. It reminds me of that actually a lot. It might not play out this way, but it's like almost like a smaller pattern, and the feelings and the emotions are very similar to when we were down right at the low right here. Very, very bearish sentiment in June that ultimately ended up being relatively the low, right? And right now, if you look at it, you're kind of, if you zoom in on the 4-hour time frame, you got a very similar sort of formation here at the low, but like if this even breaks down a little bit more, you're kind of going to nullify this. So let's see what you got. You could come a little bit further down, but like look at all these trend lines coming in at the exact same level for the S&P. I don't know what would make it pump here, right? But like you never really know, right? I mean, you remember back in June? What could we even say could make the S&P pump? This was max bearishness right here. Like there was nothing. And then all of a sudden you pumped. I don't know what would have to happen for the S&P to bounce from all these trend lines at golden pocket all coming in right here. I don't know what, but very similar actually. I kind of like it. But if this does break even a little bit lower and starts coming like this, that is nullified, that is vouch, and we're looking very bearish if you actually break all these levels back down to the downside. So we'll see. And also the DXY approaching the macro golden pocket. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what would have to happen for the S&P to get a massive bounce there. Maybe just a short squeeze. I don't know. But it'll be interesting. Bitcoin kind of just holding the lows. Mr. Hart said that megaphone is screaming. Could be. Bitcoin has not come down to test the all-time high trend line yet like this. True. Psycho Pearl said false hopium. Could be false hopium, but a lot of people, I mean, see, everyone likes to call the chart false hopium. When everything's so red, everyone's like, it's so bearish, Mel. It's bearish. When everything's so red. Guys, and we could be bearish, but do you remember how everyone felt right here? Okay, at the bottom of the same formation. Do you remember everyone felt right here? It's bearish, bro, the macro. And then prices bounced out of nowhere, right? So maybe it doesn't play out, but just because there's red candles doesn't mean it's like the end of the world, right? When you see these big moves down, isn't the fast move the false move? Apparently, I don't know. That's what I've been told. Yeah. So we'll see. If you do break down, that is gone. That is Velch. That is Nuku. That is Suku. And usually when you get peak bearishness, that's usually when you should start flipping bullish. But you might not be at peak bearishness at the moment, but definitely could be an action. Man. Let's see. And like the only there's nothing bullish in the news. The only reason that price could come up is just to squeeze out the shorts. Everyone going short. Shorting is the most obvious thing right now, right? You got bearish divs on Bitcoin, right? S&P just getting crushed. Why not go short, right? It's easy. Just short it. Until it's too easy and they squeeze it back to the upside. I don't know. We'll see though. Probably looking left there. Some kind of support. Could be. Kramer said days ago that new bull market for markets. Oh man, hopefully not. We need Kramer to be bearish. How do we get Kramer to be bearish again? That's the big key. We need Kramer to be bearish, bro. DXY is sitting right at the 618 fib. Look at this, guys. S&P, the DXY sitting right at the fib at the 618. Let's see. So we're sitting right here at the golden pocket zone. This is where we want to see. You see how everything's kind of similar, right? The DXY is at its golden pocket to the upside. Okay. The S&P is at its approaching its golden pocket to the downside. At the bottom of this formation, sitting right on top of the all-time high trend line, right? Every type of support coming in right here at the S&P, right? Bitcoin just kind of holding here at support. Something's going to give, and this is going to be the move that everyone's been waiting for, either to the upside or to the downside. If the DXY breaks up, you're going to see probably a massive dump on the S&P and Bitcoin. If this holds, well, obviously you'll probably see the opposite. Everyone's bearish, right? I mean, that's typically how it is when the DXY shoots up like this, when the S&P shoots down, right? Everyone gets bearish on red candles, right? What I've learned is, right, when everyone gets bearish at red candles and you're approaching major support levels, you respect support until it doesn't break, right? Because most retail is going to short right here thinking it's so easy, man. PPI came in bad. I'm just going to short the low. Seems easy. Seems very easy, right? But hey, time will tell. Let's let this play out. This this could certainly be super, super bearish, and the DXY could close the day up here, and that's completely null and void, and the S&P and Bitcoin could take a big old dumperoni back down to the downside. A big old dumperoni. Good price for Blur. Oh, Blur. Blur is one that I'm still letting that play out, man. I'm not adding Blur yet, but I'm definitely going to be adding it. I'm letting this one get the dump first because it just came out. On the coins that just come out, you want to let price action settle. So, I mean, we've been saying that. Blur, since that point, has been coming down about 33%. Still going to let this one play out, especially right now when Bitcoin's looking a little right? Bitcoin's looking a little iffy right now, right? And so I'm not interested in adding this one at the current moment, but especially when you got some of this like head and shoulders formation here, right? We got it's a little bit wonky. It's kind of a Shrek head and shoulders, right? But left shoulder, head, right shoulder, rejected off the 30 and 50 EMAs, right? I'll look to scoop this one on a drop here, which I still think is coming, right? Because like when a coin releases like this and it goes up from 10 cents all the way up to freaking $9, the early investors are going to be selling that shit off, and that's what you're seeing right now, selling that shit off, right? I'm going to let the dust settle, right? That's our famous saying, let the dust settle on Blur. You don't really have an entry because there's no support here, you know? You don't really have an entry. Holy guacamole. Someone is on fire right now. Hope he's doing okay. Someone is absolutely on fire right now. I guess maybe we can do something like this and maybe look at a 0.5 retracement, right? You got a little order block here at like 73 cents. Maybe 73 cents is a good add. 73 cents, that's the bottom of this little order block here and the 0.5 retracement. So maybe at like 73 cents, maybe. I don't know. That's like another 20% sell-off. I don't think that's relatively unreasonable. And that should be right around this measure move like this. Bada bing, bada boom. Actually, it puts you right at the... Actually, that measure move puts you right at the 618 fib at 57 cents. Coincidence? I don't know. But, you know, obviously we'll let that play out. When George says Bitcoin looks a little E, translation is a super... When Bitcoin looks a little E, translation is super... I like Bitcoin looks a little that means it looks a little bearish. It looks a little bearish for sure. I still say the daily time frame looks a little bearish, for sure. But like, Bitcoin's gonna follow the stock market, guys. Like that's all you really need to watch, right? And the stock market's gonna follow the DXY. It's all a big chain. Right, the DXY is getting a shoot move up, so the S&P is getting a big shoot move down, which stalls out Bitcoin on its uptrend. And you can see the dollar's now just stalled right at the 618, right before the market opened. Look at this, stalling right at the 618. Stalling is a strong word. I mean, is it really stalling? You could argue it's not really stalling, but you are approaching that. You are approaching that very, very quickly here. Fart coin should blow up. What's fart coin, man? What's fart coin? Red alert, we got a fart coin. What is fart coin, my man? Let's see. A little iffy. A little. Excuse me, my man. 2022 did have the worst first half in stock market history. That didn't help Bitcoin. Shoot. It did have the worst. The 2022 was one of the worst years in history. We went through one of the worst years in history for stock market, and I believe Bitcoin. If it wasn't, I don't know if it was the worst year, like from start to finish, right? So I don't know if it was the worst year for Bitcoin actually, because Bitcoin started down in November and it went down from 50K to. Let's see, it went down to 16K, right? Was it worse than 2017? Let me see. So it started going down here in end of December. So it went since 70%, about 70% in 2022. How much did it go back down in 2018? Started coming back down. 2018 started right here. And then the end of 2018, you went down like 80% in 2018. But, you know, almost the same. And you could argue it's worse because more people are in the market now. And you could argue that A bigger drop is significantly worse because now it takes more money to push it back up. So let's see. Market's still just kind of chilling. The S&P is just holding out here. I'm really interested to see what happens. I mean, are we going to go into the weekend like this? Are we going to go into the weekend where the DXY chills right here, the S&P chills at support, and Bitcoin just stalls at support? Are they really going to tease us into the weekend like this? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe today's the day you do see that ripper to the downside. But imagine if everything just sits there, right? DXY resistance, S&P at support, Bitcoin at support, and you just sit there, just not knowing what's going to happen next week. And you just get teased the whole weekend and just, what's going to go down next week? What's going to go down? Actually, I could probably see that happening, to be honest. Let's see. What's the name of that orange band on TradingView? The orange band. The one on, oh, this is the, so there's two of them. There's the bull market support band, which is the 50 SMA and the 52 EMA, and then the bull market support band with the 20. So this 50 one is the, right here. See, bull market support band, 50 SMA and 52 EMA. Which really has been the golden ticket for Bitcoin going on massive, like, okay, you break above the bull market support band of the 20 EMAs, usually means at some point in the future you're going to go up. But if you break the 50, every time Bitcoin's done that, it's gone in a ripper to the upside. So you can see that that's where Bitcoin's struggling with right now on the weekly is these 50 SMA and the 52-week EMA. Just sitting there, getting some resistance there, and that's the big key we got to get back above, man. Let's see. Cody said options expire today. Can't move till they do, I guess. True. That is very, very freaking true. Bathwater said the ride never ends. It's always a ride, man. It's bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. I have this meme right here. This is everyone, right? This is everyone. So today, okay, yesterday, we were getting a little bounce. I think everyone was like right here. We're back, baby. We're back. We're back. We think we skipped this step. Right? I think we're at this stage, right? It's over. We're back at the it's over range, right? And if Bitcoin gets a little bit more downside, people are going to go into it's so over, right? And then you'll find some type of bounce, right? And everyone will be bullish again, saying we're back, right? And then Bitcoin will get even more bounce, we're so back. And then it's over. It's so over. We're back. It's just a constant roller coaster in this range of, 10K is coming. Oh no, 30K, 10K, 30K, 10K. It's just a constant recycle. Guys, if you feel like this in this range, if you feel like this, you are way too overinvested in crypto. Like, if you feel every 1% move down, it's so over. It's so over, bro. And then Bitcoin bounces back up 1%, and you're like, bro, yeah, we're back. We're back, bro. We're back. We're so freaking back, right? And just a constant merry-go-round of emotions like this, bro. Like, yeah. It's really not that much movement right now, man. It's not. It's really not that much movement, right? If you really look at what Bitcoin's doing, like, this is the price action we have, right? I mean, if you really want to go to the daily, like, this is where we're at. Like, we're really not doing shit. We just like, right now there's not a lot of movement, so we get hyped and we get pissed over the small moves, I guess. We're so back, man. We're so back. We're back. Bathwater said you think we're back right now? Guys, where do you think we are at in this chart right now? I think we're at, you could argue, I can make the argument you're at, it's so over right now, right? I can make the argument it's so over. I don't know. Where do you think we are in this cycle of emotions? Let me know in the chat. DXY still shooting up. S&P still shooting down. We're approaching the golden pocket on the S&P. We're in the golden pocket on the DXY. Bitcoin's at support. Like, what is going to go down today, guys? Probably nothing. If I'm going to be, I could see things just stalling out here after a massive move up on the news, and they tease us into going into next week. But the bottom of this sort of megaphone on the S&P, woo, we want to hold this bad boy. A lot of confluence right here, man. If the S&P just slices through all this shit, that just means the market's bearish right now, man. Because look at all the intersection of this. All-time high trend line. Okay. This little mini bull trend, upward sloping trend line, right? Golden pocket, bottom of this megaphone. They're all right here. So if we just smash through this, I think that tells you all you need to know. In my opinion. Tells you all you need to know. All you need to freaking know, dude. It's last year said it's over. That moved a little. I saw it. 23,500 then boomies, said Bathwater. 23.5 then boomies. I mean, 23.5 would take out all the stops down here. Yeah, it would take out all the stops of all the people that are long here, and then bring it back up. I think it's. I'm still right, and because I don't want to be that one guy that just seems the market just getting crushed and just being bearish because I see the market crush when we're approaching massive levels. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to get too bearish yet. How I get super bearish is the S&P breaks all this key support here, right? If the S&P closes the day down here, I'll probably be a little bearish. I'll probably be a little bearish if the S&P closes the day down here, okay? But if it closes like right here, I think we're fine going into the weekend. Monday could change things, right? If the DXY closes in the golden pocket, I mean, okay, it got a big move up, but does something come out next week? I don't know. You know, if Bitcoin just kind of holds the range, am I going to get too bearish? Not really, considering the fact that the market dumped today and Bitcoin held the range. I think that's a good sign. You know? Let's see. I get sad when George Bell doesn't work right. That's true. That's true. Ding, ding, the best bell in the industry. The best bell in the industry. Let's see. Wall Street open. Yeah, we got market open right now. So we'll stay on for a little bit longer. I like to stay on for a few minutes during market open here. And we'll see what we got cooking. Let's see what we got. ES is coming down. NASDAQ. Right? NASDAQ. Let me fix this chart on the NASDAQ here. Let me get rid of these here on the NASDAQ. I want to do a quick little... I guess we could do something like this. NASDAQ approaching the 0.5 retracement from the low. So we'll see, like NASDAQ coming down to like 1183. Could be an area of confluence here. Right there. On the NASDAQ. Because the NASDAQ's got the same chart as kind of S&P. You got this sort of, and Cody pointed this out. It's very similar to the chart we've been looking at in the bigger term time frames. It's the bullish megaphone pattern, which looks very bearish when you're going down. But it's the same chart as, you zoom out to the daily time frame. It's very similar to the chart you had when you were super, super bearish. More so on the S&P than NASDAQ, but we'll see what we got today. We'll see what we got today. Dollar is, see, man, I mean, we're just sitting right at the golden pocket zone. We're sitting right in that little zone. We're getting a slight reaction off this level, right? This is a big resistance on the DXY. It's a big resistance on the DXY. Huge, 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 huge. Bitcoin actually pumping back into this, or at least trying to pump back into this little short-term triangle here. I don't know if it's going to last. You got to get back above the 30 and 50 EMAs on Bitcoin, but we are chilling at support for Bitcoin. Nothing really went down. Everything got crushed or pumped besides Bitcoin, which did absolutely nothing so far. DXY find a little rejection off the golden pocket here. That's a good sign. We like the initial rejection there. I don't know. I'm feeling. Let's see. Let's go back to the S&P here. I'm feeling kind of nice here, actually. I'm feeling kind of nice. I am. I'm feeling kind of nice here, guys. This S&P megaphone pattern right at the golden pocket. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of nice today. I could be wrong, but I'm feeling kind of nice today. At least for the short term. Like you still got all those bearish divergences on the higher term time frames, but I don't know. Let's see. I feel like something's off. We'll see. FET doesn't care. What's some altcoins doing? Because you should see some altcoins moving up. Bitcoin's still holding the range. Yeah, OP still pumping. FET still pumping. Look at FET. FET's right at resistance though. So I know you're looking at FET. Oh, FET's up 6%. Be careful though as it approaches this little resistance here on this little meme triangle that we got going on here. OP, same deal, right? You kind of broke out earlier today. You back tested. Still looking for the 1618, 330 on optimism as it comes up. DYDX, another hot one we've been talking about. DYDX also kind of just holding the range, not doing too bad. on today. Still up 3% on the day on DYDX. So you got some interesting ones here on some charts. Some alts still holding up. Some getting kind of poopied. But overall, not too shabby of a hold up initially here on the little old shotties. Belichick, you smoke earlier or no? No, Belichick, I didn't smoke earlier. It's just that what I've learned and what I've learned is when the sentiment gets uber bearish and you're coming up to these big psychological levels, that's when everyone likes to get the most bearish or bullish. When you come to a 618 fib or when you come to a major support level, that's when people like to get either super bullish or super bearish. So for me, as long as the S&P holds this golden pocket, I'm not going to be too worried. As long as the DXY gets rejected from this golden pocket, I ain't going to be too worried either, you know? Because what really taught me that was the S&P down here, where you had the same pattern, right? This was absolute peak bearishness, right? And that was sort of the reversal, you know, point where the market started to come back up. You know, right now, it's not. You got a little bullish div on the 4-hour time frame, but like it's not. You need to see like a true confirmation, right? You need to see. I want to see at least like one green candle pop up on the 4-hour before I'm like this bullish div. You got a little bit of confirmation here. Just a little bit. Just a tad. A little bit more. All right, guys. Let's see what we had tonight. We'll be back for the night stream tonight. So make sure you guys subscribe if you are new. Like the stream if you haven't already. Let me just make sure I got everyone in here. Let's see. Yeah, we got all the super chats and everything hanging out today. So let's see where Bitcoin ends up today. I said big levels on the charts. DXY golden pocket, S&P golden pocket, Bitcoin support. What goes on next? I have no freaking clue. But I know we got the Fed talking later. Right, so once again, more news things, right? I mean, later we got new home sales coming up at 10 a.m. in 20 minutes. We got Fed Jefferson speaking at 10 o'clock, Loretta, 10 o'clock, Bullard at 11:30, Susan Collins, she's from Boston, at 1:30. We got Christopher Waller at 1:30. So there's Fed speakers all freaking day. So you once again, you'll probably see some crazy volatility because all these Fed speakers are going to say one thing, another one's going to say another thing. Everyone's going to overreact to whatever they say. In reality, they say the same thing every time, but people like to just overreact. So let's see what we got today. I'm out of here, guys. Have a fantastic day. See you guys at 7. Don't stare at the charts all day, even though I probably will be doing that. All right? Peace out, fellas. Later. Peace. Law out.